What's up, guys? Welcome to Unqualified Critics. Earlier, I brought you the news about Arcade 1UP's Pro line, and now it turns out iiRcade is stepping their game up too. That's the beauty of kind of a maturing hobby. Home arcades used to just be an idea people had. Was it viable? Was it not? Now we know it's viable, and these companies are starting to figure out what people want. I know not everyone's happy with all of these announcements, but to me, this stuff really represents the whole industry moving forward, and I think just in the long run, it's going to be great for all of us. So iiRcade is upgrading their cabinet in a big way, and here is what we know. So there's been a lot of speculation lately. What are we getting? This is actually it. This is direct from the source. Here's what we're looking at. They have a new premium home arcade console, and I'm reading these notes from the company in real time. I've not looked at this yet, so let's go through this and react as we go. Light Up Marquee, big element of what people wanted, I think, from iiRcade. It's taller. It's 64 inches with a curved top panel. So I'll put a photo up so you could see what this looks like. Upgraded speaker grill configuration, providing a more classic arcade cabinet look, but with the premium quality iiRcade is known for. I think this is a very good decision. So I'm going to break down this design a little bit more in a minute, but just at a glance, going for a more traditional look is smart. I think their original design was a little too radical, a little too separated from that nostalgia pull, and they clearly have leaned into nostalgia with the branded cabinets, although sometimes for new games. But they're not going just for this brand new console style arcade as far as a look. They're wanting to create something that looks like an arcade machine, hence all the artwork, when now they've tied that into the actual design of the cabinet itself. Most notably with the Light Up Marquee, the marquee is no longer the speakers. They did front-facing speakers initially. That was a big, bold statement. Hey, we've got premium audio. We spent a lot of money on this. This is important. Take a look. And it's in your face. And that was a bold move. I don't think it was exactly the right decision. I think this design is smarter, where the speakers are still there. They're still largely front-facing, but they're hidden a little bit more. It's that marquee. I mean, you just cannot have an arcade without a prominent marquee. It's just, it comes with the territory. And it used to be back in the day, you needed to make your marquee so you could literally sell your cabinet to someone walking by. But that's what we associate with these. Even though we're playing 50 different titles, we need that marquee. And I think it's smart that, and at least in this example, they have a Dead Cells skin that I can share with you here. It's one specific game. I like that. I get that it's a multicade. I don't need multicade artwork. We could just have one game's artwork. I think this is smart. I'm also excited to see what they do with this Light Up Marquee, because their build quality is really good, even if I didn't always love their design. So I expect this Light Up Marquee is going to be very high quality. I have high expectations, but we'll see how it comes. These are coming in 2022. Dead Cells is going to be the first one. So this is a series of cabinets. They're probably all the same shape, but they're going to have different skins. And I'm guessing you'll be able to pick your control package. You get the Sanwa version, I imagine. That's what you could do now. And I like that about iiRcade. They give you that option. Do you care to pay for the premium controls, a little more onboard storage, or not? The new premium edition will integrate JBL audio for the first time on a gaming device. That's pretty big. JBL is a huge brand, providing the premium audio experience never before seen on any arcade machine or gaming console. So I'm reading notes here from the company as we go, but making iiRcade the most immersive home arcade gaming experience. So they're doubling down on audio, which I think is probably smart. Their monitor is really great quality too. Their controls are good. So they're going for quality. They've been going for quality, but now they're adding a little more interesting design. All right, the next note is the new Dead Cells from iiRcade will be available for pre-order in spring 2022. Pricing will be announced later. So we don't know when this is actually releasing, but it's coming 2022, but you'll be able to pre-order in the spring. And in the past, iiRcade's done a good job stocking their product and letting people order what they want. It's going to be a higher price point, you know, but they do run sales. There's sales right now. I mean, none of this is revolutionary. If you like this design, you're probably okay with the existing design, which you can get pretty cheap. At least last I looked, I know they were running a pretty killer holiday sale. I'll put an affiliate link below if you're interested in ordering what they have now, maybe getting a deal. But obviously, if you want this new version, you're going to have to wait. So let's look at the design. Right off the bat, I think the curvature of the cabinet, the sort of the side panels that curve up into the marquee, you know, I don't know if I love that. The fact that the marquee is shaped the way it is. It looks really bright and bold and well saturated. I know this is just a render, but you know, here it's represented really nicely. But then it flows into the cabinet. It's almost like it over features the marquee, maybe overcompensating a little bit for recessing the marquee in the past. They made it such a non-issue, and now it's just like pushed forward, but then sweeps into the larger cabinet. I don't know. These are really subjective things, but I don't know if I love the side panel shape. But the marquee itself, I love. I really like the placement of the speakers. I like how it's all dark, so the speakers are no longer featured as just their own things. I think that's smart. It's also interesting that they're upgrading the audio further, but kind of diminishing it in the design, which I think is a good idea. The monitor looks more recessed, which I'm always a fan of that. And this stands tall enough that that should probably be fine. The control panel, it's hard to say with the photo I have. I'm just seeing this from the front. My guess is this will be similar to the existing control panel, probably a little wider, although I don't have those dimensions. I only have the height. And then the pedestal itself, it looks a little more like the base of an arcade and less like a pedestal. So overall, I think this is a win for getting an iiRcade that looks more authentic. I'm not in love with the side panels up at the top, but everything else on here I really like. And the sound by JBL is cool, and JBL has a lot of fans. I'm more of a Klipsch guy myself, but you know, JBL makes good stuff. And as long as the price isn't too high, you know, obviously that's what a lot of this stuff comes down to. It sounds like they're not going to have a version without JBL, so they're investing a lot of money in the audio. And if you're not super worried about audio quality, then, well, you probably don't care. But notably in their sales charts, the newer titles, the Dead Cells of the world, are some of the best-selling games for iiRcade. And audio quality matters a lot more for a modern game. If you're trying to play Dig Dug on here, who cares? But if you're playing an atmospheric roguelike or roguelike platform or whatever Dead Cells technically is, then the audio is going to matter more because it's just got modern audio production behind it. So that makes sense to me. Anyway, guys, this is the iiRcade new premium version. I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed for the latest news and reviews on Home Arcade, and I will talk to you soon.